If you've noticed more gray hairs appearing every time you look in the mirror, you're not alone. For many seniors, gray hair feels sudden, frustrating, and even discouraging. One day your hair looks mostly the same, and the next, silver strands seem to appear out of nowhere. Most people are told this is just normal aging, and that nothing can be done except covering it up with hair dye. But what if that explanation is incomplete? And what if your body has been trying to warn you all along? Here's something very few people are ever told. Gray hair is not only about age or genetics. In many cases, it's a nutritional signal. Your hair gets its color from a natural pigment called melanin, which is produced inside tiny hair follicles. These follicles depend on specific nutrients to keep producing color. When even one of those nutrients quietly drops too low, melanin production slows down, and hair begins to lose its color. This is especially important for seniors, because as we age, our bodies don't absorb nutrients the same way they once did. You might be eating healthy foods, taking a daily multivitamin, and still not getting what your hair follicles actually need. On top of that, common medications, digestive changes, and long-term stress can silently drain key nutrients without obvious symptoms. The biggest problem? The most important nutrients for hair color are often missing from standard health advice. They're rarely discussed, not always tested for, and frequently overlooked in senior diets. That's why so many people feel confused, doing everything right, but still watching their hair turn gray faster every year. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 hidden nutrients that play a critical role in maintaining natural hair color and slowing further graying. These are not miracle cures or internet myths. They are nutrients your body already uses, but may no longer be getting enough of. When these nutrients are restored properly, many people notice not only healthier hair, but better energy, circulation, and overall vitality. If you're over 50 or 60 and want to protect your remaining natural hair color naturally, without harsh chemicals, stay with me. What you're about to learn could change the way you think about gray hair forever. To understand why hair turns gray, we need to look beneath the surface at what's happening inside the body. Hair gets its color from a natural pigment called melanin. This pigment is produced by special cells known as melanocytes, which live inside each hair follicle. When these cells are healthy and active, they inject melanin into new hair strands as they grow, giving hair its natural color. As we age, several slow but powerful changes occur at the same time. First, melanocytes gradually become weaker and fewer in number. They don't disappear overnight, but their ability to produce melanin decreases year after year. This is one of the main reasons gray hair becomes more noticeable with age. Another major factor is oxidative stress. Inside the body, natural chemical reactions produce substances called free radicals. Over time, especially in seniors, these free radicals build up faster than the body can neutralize them. This creates oxidative stress, which damages cells, including the melanocytes responsible for hair color. When these cells are damaged, melanin production slows down even more. Nutrient absorption also changes significantly with age. Even if you eat nutritious foods, your digestive system may not absorb vitamins and minerals as efficiently as it once did. Lower stomach acid, reduced digestive enzymes, and gut changes common in seniors can prevent key nutrients from reaching the hair follicles. As a result, the follicles may be nutritionally starved, even when your diet appears healthy. Hormonal shifts also play a role. Changes in thyroid function, insulin sensitivity, and stress hormones can interfere with normal hair growth and pigment production. Many seniors have mild, undiagnosed imbalances that don't cause obvious symptoms but still affect hair health over time. It's also important to understand that genetics influence when gray hair begins, but they don't fully control how fast it progresses. Two people of the same age can have very different hair color simply because one has better nutrient support and lower cellular stress than the other. The key message here is simple but powerful. Gray hair is often the result of gradual internal depletion, not just the passage of time. When the cells responsible for color are deprived of oxygen, nutrients, and protection, they slowly lose function. Understanding this process is the first step towards slowing further graying and supporting healthier hair as we age. Copper is one of the most overlooked yet most important minerals when it comes to natural hair color. Most people have never been told that copper plays a direct role in keeping hair dark, strong, and healthy. Yet without enough copper, the body simply cannot produce melanin efficiently, no matter how healthy everything else may seem. Inside the hair follicle, copper activates a key enzyme called tyrosinase. This enzyme is responsible for triggering the chemical reactions that convert certain amino acids into melanin, the pigment that gives hair its color. When copper levels fall too low, tyrosinase activity slows down and melanin production drops. The result is hair that grows in lighter, gray, or even white. What makes copper deficiency especially common in seniors is not just diet, but imbalance. Many older adults take zinc supplements for immunity, wound healing, or prostate health. While zinc is important, long-term or high-dose zinc can block copper absorption in the gut. Over time, this creates a silent copper deficiency that often shows up first as gray hair or thinning hair. The signs of low copper can be subtle. They may include premature graying, hair that becomes dry or brittle, thinning eyebrows, fatigue, feeling cold more easily, or even reduced skin elasticity. Unfortunately, these symptoms are usually blamed on aging instead of a correctable nutrient issue. Copper is best obtained from whole foods. Natural sources include liver, especially beef or chicken liver, which is one of the richest sources available. Nuts and seeds such as cashews, almonds, and sunflower seeds also provide copper. Mushrooms, lentils, and small amounts of dark chocolate can contribute as well. However, many seniors avoid these foods or eat them only occasionally, making it easy for copper intake to fall below optimal levels. Supplementation must be approached carefully. Copper works in very small amounts, and more is not better. Excess copper can be harmful, especially if zinc and iron are not balanced correctly. This is why copper should never be taken blindly or in high doses. The goal is restoration and balance, not overload. When copper levels are corrected gradually and safely, many people notice improvements beyond hair color support. Hair may feel stronger, less prone to breakage, and more vibrant. In some cases, the progression of new gray hair slows down noticeably over time. Copper alone is not a magic cure, but it is a critical piece of the puzzle. Without it, the body's ability to maintain natural hair pigment is severely limited. Supporting copper intake correctly gives your hair follicles one of the essential tools they need to keep producing color as you age. Vitamin B12 is one of the most common yet most misunderstood nutrient deficiencies in seniors, and it plays a powerful role in hair color and overall vitality. Many people are surprised to learn that low B12 levels are strongly linked to premature graying, even in individuals who otherwise appear healthy. Vitamin B12 is essential for red blood cell production. These red blood cells carry oxygen to every tissue in the body, including the hair follicles. Hair follicles are extremely sensitive to oxygen supply. When oxygen delivery drops, the cells responsible for producing melanin slow down and eventually weaken. Over time, this reduced activity shows up as lighter hair, gray strands, or hair that grows in unevenly colored. B12 is also crucial for DNA synthesis and nerve function. Inside the hair follicle, rapid cell division is constantly taking place as new hair grows. Without adequate B12, this process becomes inefficient. The result is weaker hair shafts, slower growth, and impaired pigment production. This is one reason gray hair linked to B12 deficiency often appears alongside thinning or brittle hair. So why is B12 deficiency so common in seniors? One major reason is reduced stomach acid. Vitamin B12 from food requires stomach acid to be released and absorbed properly. As we age, stomach acid naturally declines. On top of that, many seniors take acid-reducing medications, which further interfere with B12 absorption. Certain common medications, including metformin, can also lower B12 levels over time. Dietary changes play a role as well. Vitamin B12 is found primarily in animal-based foods. Seniors who eat less meat, avoid eggs, or follow mostly plant-based diets are at higher risk of deficiency unless they supplement carefully. Symptoms of low B12 are often subtle at first. They may include fatigue, weakness, memory problems, mood changes, tingling in the hands or feet, and noticeable increases in gray or white hair. Because these symptoms develop slowly, many people don't realize B12 is the underlying issue. Food sources of vitamin B12 include eggs, fish, seafood, meat, poultry, and dairy products. However, in many seniors, food alone is not enough to restore healthy levels. In these cases, sublingual B12 or doctor-approved supplementation may be necessary. Restoring vitamin B12 levels does more than support hair color. Many people notice improved energy, sharper thinking, better balance, and improved nerve health. When hair follicles receive adequate oxygen and cellular support, they are far better equipped to continue producing melanin. Vitamin B12 is not a quick fix, but over time, correcting a deficiency can significantly slow the progression of gray hair and support healthier aging from the inside out. This third factor is rarely talked about, yet it plays a powerful role in why hair turns gray, especially as we get older. Inside the hair follicle, a natural chemical process is always taking place. As part of normal metabolism, the body produces small amounts of hydrogen peroxide. Yes, the same substance commonly used to bleach hair from the outside can also build up inside the hair follicle. In younger people, this isn't a problem because the body produces an enzyme called catalase. Catalase breaks hydrogen peroxide down into harmless water and oxygen before it can cause damage. However, as we age, catalase production naturally declines. When this happens, hydrogen peroxide begins to accumulate at the hair root and gradually bleaches the hair from the inside out. This internal bleaching process is one of the key reasons gray hair can appear suddenly and spread quickly. Even if melanocytes are still present, excessive hydrogen peroxide can block melanin production and damage pigment-forming cells. Without enough catalase activity, the hair follicle simply can't protect itself. Catalase production and activity depend heavily on proper nutrition. Several nutrients are required for the body to produce and activate this enzyme effectively. These include iron in balanced amounts, selenium, vitamin C, and specific amino acids. When one or more of these are lacking, catalase activity drops even further, accelerating the graying process. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to this issue. Mild iron imbalance, low selenium intake, and inadequate antioxidant intake are all common with aging. In addition, chronic inflammation and long-term stress increase oxidative damage, creating even more hydrogen peroxide inside the follicle. Supporting catalase activity does not require extreme supplementation. In fact, the most effective approach often starts with diet. Foods that naturally support catalase and antioxidant defenses include onions, garlic, leafy green vegetables, whole grains, citrus fruits, berries, and legumes. These foods help reduce oxidative stress and support the enzymes that protect hair pigment. Vitamin C deserves special attention because it not only supports catalase activity but also helps recycle other antioxidants in the body. Adequate vitamin C intake helps create an internal environment where melanocytes can function longer and more efficiently. It's important to understand that this process is gradual. Supporting catalase does not reverse gray hair overnight. Instead, it helps slow the internal bleaching process, protecting remaining pigment and creating healthier conditions for new hair growth. When oxidative stress is reduced and enzyme activity is supported, hair follicles are better equipped to maintain color for longer. This is why antioxidant-rich, nutrient-dense diets are so strongly associated with healthier aging, not just for the heart and brain, but for hair color as well. Catalase-supporting nutrients may be hidden, but their impact on hair pigmentation is profound. Addressing this factor is a critical step in slowing further graying naturally. Knowing which nutrients support natural hair color is important, but knowing how to combine them correctly is what truly makes the difference. Many people make the mistake of taking random supplements in high doses, hoping for fast results. Unfortunately, this approach often creates imbalances that can actually speed up graying instead of slowing it down. Nutrients work together as a system, not in isolation. For example, zinc and copper must stay in balance. While zinc supports immunity and healing, too much zinc over time can block copper absorption. This is why seniors who take zinc regularly without copper support often notice faster graying. The goal is not to eliminate zinc, but to avoid long-term imbalance. Vitamin B12 also works best when other B vitamins are adequate, especially folate. These nutrients cooperate in red blood cell production and DNA repair. If one is low, the others cannot function properly. This is why a balanced diet or a well-formulated B-complex is often more effective than taking a single vitamin alone. Iron is another nutrient that requires caution. While iron supports oxygen delivery and enzyme function, excess iron can increase oxidative stress. Seniors should never supplement iron unless a deficiency has been confirmed. When iron levels are balanced, enzymes like catalase function more efficiently, protecting hair pigment instead of damaging it. Food should always be the foundation. Whole foods provide nutrients in natural ratios that the body understands and uses safely. Including a variety of proteins, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and whole grains creates a steady supply of the building blocks hair follicles need. Supplements, when necessary, should be used gently and under medical guidance. Timing also matters. Consistent daily intake over months is far more effective than short bursts of high doses. Hair grows slowly, and pigment changes happen gradually. Patience and consistency are essential. Lifestyle factors play a major role as well. Poor sleep, chronic stress, dehydration, and uncontrolled blood sugar all increase oxidative damage inside hair follicles. Even the best nutrition cannot fully overcome these factors if they're ignored. The goal is restoration, balance, and long-term support, not quick fixes. When nutrients are combined thoughtfully and supported by healthy habits, hair follicles are given the best possible environment to maintain pigment and strength as you age. Gray hair doesn't appear overnight, and it doesn't progress without reason. It is often the result of years of gradual internal changes, nutrient depletion, reduced absorption, and increased cellular stress. The good news is that when you understand what's happening inside your body, you can take meaningful steps to slow the process naturally. Today, we discussed 3 hidden factors that play a powerful role in hair pigmentation: copper, vitamin B12, and nutrients that support catalase activity. These are not trendy supplements or quick fixes. They are essential elements your body already relies on every day. When they are missing or out of balance, the cells responsible for hair color simply cannot function at their best. For many seniors, addressing these deficiencies does more than support hair color. People often notice improved energy, better circulation, clearer thinking, stronger nails, and healthier skin. That's because hair health is closely connected to overall cellular health. When your body is nourished properly, the benefits extend far beyond appearance. It's important to remember that natural change takes time. Hair grows slowly, and pigment restoration, if it happens, occurs gradually. The real goal is not perfection, but protection. By supporting your body now, you help preserve the hair color you still have and create healthier conditions for future growth. Avoid falling for extreme claims or miracle products. True health is built through consistency, balance, and patience. Focus on nutrient-dense foods, gentle supplementation when necessary, good sleep, stress management, and regular movement. These simple habits work together to slow aging at the cellular level. If you found this information helpful, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people discover content that supports healthy aging. Share it with a friend or family member who may be struggling with premature gray hair. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more science-based senior health tips that help you age stronger, not older. Thank you for watching. Take care of your body, nourish it well, and I'll see you in the next video.